the idea of the wooden dummy, it's mukjong. The idea of it is it deals with people, once you've actually hit them in a fight, that they're going to be moving back. Either they're going to be moving back totally off balance, or they're going to be moving back in a striking position. So if you hit me, I can still move back, and then I can carry on fighting as I'm actually going back. It's this type of action that catches most people out in reality, because people have a tendency to fall forward. If you're fighting an unskilled person, you generally fall forward and fall over them, okay? That's why you generally end up rolling around the ground together. So the idea of the dummy is it leaves us in control of our opponent after we've actually started hitting him, okay? Look at just hitting him in the net and go away, recover, and then coming back into you, okay? You know, you're losing your initiative, all right? Initially, this is going to be his right hand, this is his left hand in a position where you're in a high and low position, so he's in a right front stance at the moment. This is either a low punch or a low kick, so it could be his knee if he was kicking us, for example, or it could be a low punch if he's coming in. That's his lead leg, his rear leg is behind him, all right? So the idea is a block, pull through, and strike. Block, pull, strike. This is pak sao, side palm, jut sao, low side palm, okay? So it's block, pull down, strike, strike. Block, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on a person, it means in the right front, the punch is coming in, I'm going to block. Now the distance is, he's either going to be here, where I can't actually go inside now and grab him, so I'm going to have to go underneath, all right? Or he's going to be here, in which case I will pull on the outside. I'll pull the head at the same time to give more absorption to the strike that I'm going to hit him with. And it's important, whenever we're on the offside of an arm, on the outside of an arm, that we control the elbow point. If we just control the wrist, this is going to feed in and I'm going to still end up defending against him. So I'm blocking, pull, cover, okay? Strike then to the side in the ribs with a low side palm, okay? As well, it's important when you're fighting is to be able to, and when you're practicing moves, is to be able to open your hands, because the natural instinct when you're in a real fight situation is to make a fist. It's more difficult to defend and to control an opponent when you've got fists already. You cause an unnecessary tension in the arms, which will then in turn slow your moves down. Okay, if you flick your hand out, it's quite fast. If you tense up, it goes out very, very slowly because the push and pull muscles are acting against each other instead of in complement with each other. All right. So what we're going to do, one's going to stand in front stance. All right, he's just going to throw a lead hand position. While you're practicing it, you can leave the lead hand straight, so you don't have to worry about he's going to draw back and do anything else at the moment, okay? I want you to block it, pull through, strike, and back. So we're blocking here, pulling through the wrist, pull his head at the same time, all right? We're stepping on the outside of him. This is called a parallel stance, okay? I step on the offside of him, pull him through, strike him, which is a rear hand strike then, okay? It's important when you're striking that the elbow is pointing down at the rear leg. It's like, say I step too far, well then the force is then going to be on my shoulder muscle as opposed to on my thigh muscle, okay? So it's block, pull, and then we cover the elbow here. We adjust up to a neutral stance and then strike them in the ribs. So I'll show them from the other side, left. 1, 2, 3, strike. Okay, aiming down here. Okay, so I'm blocking, pulling through, striking, and then the ribs. Got it? It's the understanding. Once you understand what you're actually doing and why you stand there, why you don't stand here, why you don't grab the hand in that manner, and what to do if they do grab the hand in that manner, because in sticking hands, all I'd be doing to you is going like this. And then you bring your elbow through, and then I let go. Yeah? In other words, I'm teaching you. As I said earlier, it deals with the opponent moving backwards. Okay? So it would look when we're actually doing on a person, on a dummy, it would look like that. Okay? That's the first section. All right? I'm not expecting you to be able to do all this, but it'll give you an idea, and we'll pick up on it on the next half of the Muslim. So the idea is he's going to be moving away from me. So I attack initially, I'm going to use entry technique, hit him like you've just done. Then his options here is back fist, okay, which means I'm going to block it. Or his option is to step back and hook me, which means I'm going to block it and carry on keeping the pressure in on my opponent. If he steps back more, I feel, because at this point here, because we do this Chi Sao training, builds up our sensitivity, if he draws back, I can feel him pulling back. So I know not to bother hitting here, because as he's drawing back, I'm going to miss. So off he goes with his footwork, and I think, damn, so I'm going to have to block now against this one. The force then has to run round, and then we break his arm over here. So what we're doing is we're building up a practice of being able to fight our opponent safely against any option he cares to actually throw through to me. Yeah? Then we can do what we like then, just take him down. All right? So the idea is that forward pressure on the opponent, not giving him a chance to be able to gain any power back onto me. All right? If I give a pause in the motion, or if I went, and then if I just sort of went like bang and then stopped, well then he's going to hit me. I'm going to end up defending over here, which I don't want to. All right? The idea is to keep him defending. I've got to keep pressure on him. I've got to get him fighting on the back leg. I can't have him being able to fight with his pressure on the lead leg. That's where his body weight starts becoming an option for him, a very powerful option. All right, so I'm blocking, pull through, strike, there, bang, 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 taking it round, through, and then break. Okay, when we break upwards, so there's no escape. If I break here, you're just going to move off and it's not going to break.